Good evening. This is the Municipality of Anchorage Platting Board. It is January 2nd, 2019. Time is 6:34, and we have roll call.
Dan Young.
Present.
Clayton Walker.
Present.
Christina Enix.
Present.
Mark Seward.
Present.
Don Porter.
Present.
Becky Lipson. Kevin Cross, Valerie Ritz, and Jenna Welton are excused. Thank you.
And we have a short board tonight. The Platting Board has a policy regarding postponement of public hearing applications when there is a short board or five-member board of the commission and a postponement is offered to and agreed to by the petitioner. They will be moved to the next regular agenda. This should occur within 30 days, which does not require renoticing the case or a new public hearing and advertising. If the petitioner is willing to postpone but unable to attend the next available meeting within the 30-day period, the petitioner has a one-time only option to choose a next date certain that they can attend at no extra fee. When a postponement is requested by the petitioner, there is a rescheduling fee under Anchorage Municipal Code 2120-007A, and a new public hearing date shall be determined by the Planning Division. This will put their case in the next available cutoff date queue as if they were submitting their case for the first time. As a first item of business, we will turn our attention to action summaries from Wednesday, December 5th, 2018. May I have a motion to approve the action summary? Yeah, he needs it to allow him to hit the motion button. And that's not making it over here. Dan Young has moved and Don Porter has seconded. Is there any opposition to the motion on the floor? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Next, I'll turn our attention to the minutes from December 5th, 2018. May I have a motion to approve the minutes? Dan Young has moved. Mark Seward has seconded. Are there any changes or corrections that need to be made? Is there any opposition to approving the minutes as prepared? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Next, special order of business is disclosures. Are there any disclosures with respect to tonight's cases? Dan Young.
Yes, through the chair, in case S12338, Spruce Heights Subdivision, Block 8, Lots 2A and 1 and 3A-1. My firm has worked with the petitioner in the past, although we haven't been employed by the petitioner. I have no conflicts. I have no financial gain. No family members have financial gain, and I can be fair and impartial in the matters before the board tonight.
Thank you. May I have a motion directing Dan Young to participate in case S12338? Don Porter has moved, and Christina Enix has seconded. Don, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, I move to direct Dan Young to participate. He has stated that he has no substantial part of the present action. He has worked for them before, but he knows nothing of this action and has no monetary involvement in it, so he can act impartially.
Thank you. Any other findings? Any opposition to the motion on the floor? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Dan, you are directed to participate in case S12338 Spruce Heights subdivision.
Through the chair, I also have in the case S12456 Lewis and Clark subdivision, lots 1 through 17 and tract A, I do have a conflict of interest, and I ask to be recused.
You were previously recused on this matter, correct?
That's correct.
And so that prior ruling with respect to your direction not to participate still stands, and a motion isn't required at this time. So you will recuse yourself on that matter.
Thank you.
Any other disclosures for you, Mr. Young? No. Christina Enix.
In case number S12338 Spruce Heights, number 2 subdivision, lots 2A1 and 3A1, block 8, I have done work for the petitioner's other business. I've never done work for Clayton Properties. I have no financial or personal interest or gain in this platting action, and I feel that I can be fair and impartial, and I would like to participate.
May I have a motion directing Christina Enix to participate in case S12338? Don Porter has moved, and Mark Seward has seconded your motion. Don, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, through the chair, I move to direct Christina Enix to participate. She in that case number. She has indicated that she has no substantial part of the present action. She knows and has worked for them, but in this case has no monetary involvement and can act impartially.
Thank you. Is there any opposition to the motion on the floor? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Christina Enix, you are directed to participate in case S12338 Spruce Heights subdivision. Are there any other disclosures? Seeing none, we'll now take up informational items, the abbreviated plats for November 26, December 10, December 17, and December 24. And then the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Dan Young has moved. It's been seconded by Don Porter. Is there any motion to withdraw any item from the consent agenda? Seeing none, is there any opposition to the motion on the floor? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Consent agenda has been approved. We will now take up case S12456 Lewis and Clark subdivision. Because that matter is a remand, we're directed to handle that matter first rather than last on the docket. Dan Young is recused on this matter, making us lacking a quorum. And so this is going to be moved to the next available month. Is that acceptable? Yes. And that date is February 6th. We will now turn our attention to case S12338, Spruce Heights subdivision. Do you wish to proceed on it, or before the short board? We do have 5 people, or? Okay. May we have staff's presentation on case S12338?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is a request to subdivide 2 lots into 2 different lots with vacation of East 50th Avenue right-of-way between Cordova and Eagle Streets. The petition site is located along Eastern International Airport Road to the south, Cordova Street to the west, Eagle Street to the east, and 50th Avenue to the north. The property consists of buildings and warehouse storage. The original plat of 1968-72 dedicated the 60 feet of right-of-way for East 50th Avenue from the 2 subject parcels. East 50th Avenue is currently undeveloped for that portion that will be vacated. Cordova Street is asphalt surface with a width of approximately 36 feet and is classified as a Class 1 collector. The Municipal Traffic Department has requested dedication of 5 feet of right-of-way to be dedicated for Cordova Street as shown on the preliminary plat. Staff has requested this as a condition of approval. Conformance with the adopted plans. The preliminary plat appears to generally conform to the goals and policies of the Anchorage 2040 Land Use Plan, Land Use Policies 6.1 and 6.3b, to provide sufficient transportation infrastructure and to support the growth that the comp plan anticipates. Also to complete streets policy, to design streets to serve all users, and the dedication of the 5 feet of public right-of-way will allow for the development of enhanced public facilities as part of any future Cordova Street improvements. With the vacation request, the petitioner has requested to vacate that section of 50th Avenue along the northern boundary of lots 2A and 3A. In review, the vacation request has been found to conform to the standards, the 6 standards within the municipality's ordinance, vacation policy. So standard 1 has been met. The surrounding lots and proposed lots all have access from Cordova Street, Eagle Street, and Eastern International Airport Road. The right-of-way is surplus to the current and future needs of the public. The right-of-way is not listed in the classification of streets in the official streets and highways plan. Standards 3 and 4 have been met. They're not lying in the half-mile or quarter-mile grid. Standard 5 has been met. The remaining property will be served by existing right-of-way, and the vacation will not deny any access to any property. Standard 6 has been met. There is no realignment of right-of-way proposed, and the vacation will not impact existing traffic circulation. Private development, right-of-way, and the Municipal Traffic Department stated there is no objection to the vacation of the right-of-way. Therefore, staff believes that it is in excess of municipal need and recommends approval of this vacation and plat subject to the conditions found on page 10 and 11, A1 and B1 through 5 on the staff packet. I'm here to answer any questions, and the petitioner's representative is here as well tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Does the board have any questions for staff at this time? Seeing no questions, may we have petitioner's representative?
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, my name is Mark Davis, and I represent Slana Surveys and the petitioners Greg Clayton and Instar. We are in agreement with the planning staff analysis that the vacation of the right-of-way is in the best interest of the municipality and the property owners. We have no objections to any of the conditions as stated in the department recommendations. So I'll answer any questions that you have, and I'll save my remaining 9 minutes and 30 seconds for rebuttal.
Thank you. We have you down for 9 minutes and 40 seconds.
Okay.
Does the board have any questions for Mark Davis? Not at this time. Thank you, sir. We'll now open the matter to the public for comment. Are there any members of the public in the room who wish to speak or be heard on this matter? Seeing and hearing none, I will close the public hearing. Would you like to use any of your time in rebuttal? Okay, and with that, we'll close the public hearing. The matter now rests with the board. May I have a motion to vacate the right-of-way at East 50th Avenue between Cordova and Eagle Streets? Dan Young, would you like to state your motion?
Yes, in the matter of case S12338 Spruce Heights subdivision, I move for approval of the request for vacation, elimination of East 50th Avenue right-of-way between Cordova and Eagle Streets, subject to recording a suitable plat within 24 months of approval and any approved time extensions.
Thank you, and that motion has been seconded by Christina Enix. Would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, I intend to support this motion. This plat conforms with the adopted plans for the 2040 and the 2020, and it meets the requirements for vacation, which are on page 9 and 10. The alignment is surplus to the right-of-way is surplus to the current and future needs of the public. The right-of-way is not listed in the classification listings of streets in the official streets and highway plan. The right-of-way is not lying on the half-mile grid. The right-of-way is not lying on the quarter-mile grid. The vacation will not have any impact on traffic circulation, and the vacation will not impact existing traffic circulation. And for those reasons and those findings, I'm going to support my motion.
Thank you. Are there any other findings the board would like to offer at this time? Is there any opposition to the motion on the floor? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. May I have a motion to approve the plat for 24 months subject to conditions? Dan Young, would you like to state your motion?
Yes. In the matter of case S12338 Spruce Heights subdivision, I move for approval of the plat for 24 months subject to the conditions listed on page 10 and 11 of our staff packet, 1 through 5.
Thank you. And Christine Enix has seconded your motion. Would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, through the chair. I intend to support this motion. The recommendations in the approval requirements appear reasonable and in compliance with the municipality, and for those reasons, I'm going to support this motion.
Thank you. Any other findings the board would like to offer? Seeing none, is there any opposition? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. We will now take up case S12413 Whispering Hills subdivision. And may I have a motion to postpone this matter? Dan Young, would you like to state your motion?
Yes, in the matter of case 12443 Whispering Hills subdivision, I move for a postponement.
Thank you. We're going to postpone to what date?
I'd like to modify my motion to a date that's undetermined.
And that motion has been seconded by Christina Enix. Is there any opposition to the motion? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. And any individual may have appeal rights relating to any action the Platting Board takes. Appeal of the decision or if any of the conditions is governed by the Anchorage Municipal Code 2111-304. The decision of the board at the scheduled public hearing becomes final 7 days after the date the decision is made on the record, unless a written request is submitted to the planning Division prior to expiration of the 7th day to prepare a written decision based upon the record made at the hearing, and the request is accompanied by a written notice of intent to appeal. Adoption of the written decision by the Platting Board becomes the final appealable decision. Within 20 days of the final appealable decision, an interested party must file with the municipal clerk either a written motion alleging new evidence or changed circumstances pursuant to AMC 2111-503, or an appeal of the board's final appealable decision under AMC 2130. And with that, we are now in adjournment. It is 6:35.
May I ask all of you to keep your staff reports for Lewis and Clark remand until in February, please?